Good blessed Monday morning, April the 26th, 2021. It's about 10:19 a.m. in the morning. I'm over here in one of my favorite places. It's something with me and the geese here in Charleston, Missouri, southeast Missouri, that we have a rapport with each other. We hear each other's problems. We hear each other's thoughts. Some people call that crazy. I call that a spirit of discernment. God give us 5 common senses here on earth. Then he give you that 6th sense to be able to discern certain things. These geese can discern the fact that they not flying away, that I come in peace. If you can see the traffic up there going northbound on I-57, me and my children would be hitting that highway sometime this week. And the traffic that would be going the opposite way, you'll see one car coming now. That car is going southbound, probably heading to Sikeston, Missouri, Bertrand, Missouri, maybe even St. Louis or Memphis. But I just want to greet everybody today with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether if you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter whether you like me, my YouTube channel, whether you like what I stand for or not. I still greet you with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. I come today to say a few things. One, this is a new season. You see, if you can see real close, those particular geese that I'm focusing on now, they have new babies. This is a new season. You know, when you have new babies, and that's happen to be, look like about 4 of them there. Could be more sometime. Oh, look at that. There go another generation right there. It's more than 4. It look like 2 generations of them. Look like about 10 of them. But this new generation, you see how they got their security watching? Their new generation is finna breed the younger ones a different way of living. They gonna teach them things that maybe they was taught, but they didn't adhere to it, or teach them some things that they wasn't taught, because this is a new generation. Look at that. You see how he flapped up? He letting them be known that what I'm saying is true. Look at all them little babies together, y'all. Human beings, especially in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois, this is how it should be able to be. Little children shouldn't be getting shot because their parents choose to be in a certain lifestyle. But it's happening. But I'm going to tell you something, y'all, about what's going on here in Charleston, Missouri, y'all. I've been talking to people, and people come and talking to me. Let me hold on. Let me show you something. You see they got where he at. Let me see if I can get him. Can I focus on him? Let me see if I can focus back on. I can't get it up close. I don't want to mess it up. Uh-oh. But anyway, you got 2 of them, they standing up, and they showing they got their little babies right there on shore. They want their babies to hear the message that I'm saying. You see how they coming up even closer? They want their babies to hear. You see what I'm saying? So they can take it back to the family. Some people down here in Charleston, Missouri, they don't listen to nothing I say. They say that I'm a troublemaker. I need to go back up north. But let me tell y'all, The people that I've been telling y'all about, this NAACP down here, the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, they skrinking, y'all. Blacks is leaving these people because they see what I was saying was true. But y'all got to beware of some of these people that part from these places. You see what I'm saying? And start their own organizations, because some of them, especially in the NAACP, they don't mean the black neighborhoods no good. All you have to do is just take a look and see. Take inventory. Take inventory. One may say they stepped down as NAACP president here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, and another one stepped in his shoes. But it's all the same thing. If they doing the same thing the first one was did, you see what I'm saying? Hiring alcoholics and drug addicts instead of sending them to AA or recovery. Hiring drug dealers instead of trying to give them some wisdom and knowledge that's mental slavery in effect. You selling this mess to your own people, but they don't see it as their own people. You know why? Because all they see it is going in their pockets. But you see, these people hire alcoholics and drug addicts because they can control them. They can't control my voice. They done told me a couple of times they'll pay me to leave Charleston, Missouri. You can't pay me to do something that God sent me down here to do. I'm on God's payroll. You see what I'm saying? But let me tell y'all something and show you better than telling y'all. You know, when a person commit a crime against another person, the Susanna Wesley here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, in the state's attorney's office here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, they have what they have called a victim's impact. You know, a victim's advocate. Now, y'all seen when the white guy came on my driveway threatening me and trespassing, and they gave him a slap on the back. Didn't even give him a slap on the back. Shook his hand and fined him $75 and probably told him, that's just on the record. You don't have to pay because you did it to Raymond Lewis Ivy and his children. But you see, the court system hasn't even contacted me yet and told me the outcome. I had to go down to the police station and find out, like, by myself. As usual, I have to go down there. You see, the Susanna Wesley or the state's attorney, none of them never contact me and ask me what did I want to happen to that guy. Because what I would have wanted to happen to him was him to get some jail time or some probation. Because if y'all seen just a few days ago how he was parked down the street from my house, I would call that stalking. And then a little white female with a hoodie on, black man with a hoodie on, or black woman with a hoodie on that has connection with somebody that just threatened another person, especially a black person, done threatened a white person, and they walk past your house and then get in a car that's down the street. Then they come past your house, and the one that did the threatening wave and smile. But you see, they don't know the person I work for, God. He can take that judge like he did one judge that laid there and found me guilty in a mock trial, a kangaroo trial against the former NAACP president and found me guilty. Guess what? He ain't even no judge no more. He shouldn't have never been a judge. Now he an attorney that's telling people to plead guilty to everything that come up there. You know, one thing about it, see, I don't have to do nothing. I know his salary went down because if he wasn't a just judge, I know he's not a just attorney. But my point is, y'all, it's a new generation of people in Charleston, Missouri that I give them thumbs up. Some of them used to be tied with this NAACP president, the former president that got me 2 years probation for merely videoing him. Some of them used to have their ties, but now they see the things that I'm talking about. What he did back then, he's doing it today. But you know, just because he got connection in Jefferson City, God got connection in Jefferson City in the White House. He even got connections on the moon. But keep on laughing at Raymond Lewis Ivy in his YouTube channels, y'all. Every time you laugh, somebody in your circle cry. But I'm going to leave y'all with this for right now. Y'all pray for this new generation of leaders in Charleston, Missouri that's trying to make a difference. You see, the Bible tells you, you can tell them by the fruit they bear. These people don't run around here, you see what I'm saying, ripping off all the money in the community and study building on their houses and buying these new vehicles for them and their family and friends and sending their family and friends to college while our children are dropouts sitting on the corner waiting to be the next local dope dealer or waiting to be the next alcoholic or waiting to be the next drug addict. You see, the people at Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, most of the people in the 33rd Circuit Court, you see what I'm saying, that's connected with these certain churches. People is waking up now. Some of these big white churches, some of these big black churches, all of them is in there together, y'all. All you got to take a look and see where all that money coming from. You see what I'm saying? How could a community center turn into a family center? You know how? Because it ain't for the community. You see what I'm saying? How could a civic center be ran by a convict that misused the black community in 1997? Coming over in our black community, in our very black community that I'm living in, and paying the drug addicts and alcoholic $1 or a bag of candy, a cigar, or a 40-ounce can of Old English beer to vote for who these white supremacists wanted them to vote for. You know how he can do it? Because he got the white supremacists. He got them backing him. He got some of these judges in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County in the 33rd Circuit backing him. He got some of these top-ranking police officers and some low-ranking police officers in the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Police Department. He got the sheriff, he got the chief, he got the sheriff, and most of all of his deputies. It's about one deputy on there, and I know he gonna be leaving soon. You see what I'm saying? He about the only one that I can trust. Now, it's some Charleston police officers, y'all, that's new on there. Hopefully they won't be, you see what I'm saying, corrupted like they chief is and like some of the other ones are. You see what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this here. One thing about God, God changes everything around. They look for me to been dead. They look for me to been locked up. They looked for me to just move up out of here. But I ain't moving nowhere time soon. My daughter Queen said she was born and raised in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. She got a right to stay here. If that's what she want, I'ma stay. You see what I'm saying? You start by getting yourself together. Then you get your household together. Then you get your block together. Then you get your street together. Then you get your community together. And you would run out people like the NAACP. The Ku Klux Klan, I give them more respect than I do the NAACP here in Charleston, Missouri. The sheriff, the present sheriff, he joined the NAACP good enough to be reelected, and now you don't see him or none of his family nowhere around. You don't see none of his deputies riding up and down Vine Street past my house stopping people like he was when he was running for reelection. You know why? Because he just like some of these black people that call themselves activists. They actors. Now, y'all go tell y'all white supremacists and your sellout leaders, Raymond Lewis Ivy is back on the scene from Cabrini Green. Peace be still.